the Rural Radio Network. Time to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And Kyle, we're looking at triple-digit gains in the live and feeder cattle today. What's going on?
That's a good question, Bruce. We're seeing a decent round of short covering here. We're also seeing maybe a little bit better cash trade than once anticipated here in this live cattle complex. Of course, June live cattle, they go off here on Monday and they're trading at 224.5, and that southern cash has been about 225. So they're getting lined up with the board like they should here to converge here at the end. The August live cattle, they're trading up $3.12 at 212.32. And we are trading a little bit higher cash, like I mentioned here in the north. We're trading some 235 to 237 here in Nebraska, maybe some light 238. I have not gotten a good solid confirmation on that, but we are seeing that 237. We're also seeing on a dress basis, we're seeing 368 and maybe 369 trading. I know the 365 and 367 have traded. Waiting on that 368 confirmation yet, but I have heard that from a pretty reputable source so far. So far, it looks like cash after starting the week about $4 to $5 lower. Looks like it's going to slightly firm up here this week. Not really be higher than last week, but firmer than what we were when we started the week. Now, next week, basically, we're going to have non-existent slaughter on Friday and Saturday. Thursday might even have some slowed down shifts as well. I did hear that there is a strike potentially going on down there at that plant in Texas. Still waiting on some affirmative confirmation on that yet too. But we're going to have a short and kill next week, and then that's kind of getting the factors here to potentially have to buy for a full week the week after. Now, they've got some cattle bought with time, but I don't think they've got enough cattle bought yet as we go home here today or as we finish up the week here today.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. Kyle Bumsted, and you can call him at 308-708-7340 for more information. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
In the rodeo world, a broken barrier is not necessarily a good thing. It's a 10-second penalty that generally means a competitor is out of the money. However, the barriers we're breaking here are of a different kind. Breaking the Barrier is a Western lifestyle podcast for those who share in the Western way of life. Join me, Rebel Saklocha, as we sit down with Western trailblazers and some of the biggest names in rodeo with new episodes released every Tuesday. Breaking the Barrier is produced by the Rural Radio Network and can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
This is a market update. I'm Bruce Gorder on the Rural Radio Network. Another deal has been reached with China. This deal, again, focuses on rare earth minerals, which China has used as its leverage in the negotiations. Any agreement with China raises hopes for the grain and oilseed markets, which were oversold as of ahead of Monday's USDA acreage and stocks report coming out, known for their market-moving surprises, as well as ahead of the end of the month and end of the fiscal quarter. As such, buying returned to those beleaguered markets overnight as prices rebound from this week's big sell-off. Yet weather forecasts remain favorable over the next 2 weeks for the Midwest corn and soybean crops, with winter wheat yields generally coming in very good as well. July corn is currently up 4 cents at $4.13.5. December up 3.5 at $4.24.5. July soybeans 6 3/4 higher at $10.29.5. November up 10 at $10.26.5. July wheat in Chicago up 4.5 at $5.25.5. July wheat in Kansas City down 1/4 at $5.18. July wheat in Minneapolis 3 1/4 cents higher at $6.10. August live cattle up $2.97 at $212.17. October up $2.65 at $2.09. August feeder cattle up $3.40 at $3.06.70. September up $3.35 at $3.06.72. August lean hogs are down 17 at $110.07. October down 65 at $94.22. Class 3 milk for July, 19 cents higher at $17.28, and the Class 3 milk for August contract is up 26 at